Today is an historic day in the lives of all Americans because they have to decide who the next occupant of the White House will be. Tonight, we have to find out either McCain or Obama will win the election to be the next president of the United States of America. That's why we're here at PS40 to ask voters who they voted for and why, and take our own polls of polls to find out who the next president of America will be.
Okay, I got that.
Because after you do this,
ED is 56.
Barack Obama. Because I want to see a change.
like what?
And everything, gas, everything, minimum wage, stuff like that.
The only one running, Obama.
Why?
Right, we're making history right now. You know what I mean? And he's addressing the issues, the economy and the war and stuff. He's addressing the issues that we need to talk about right now. He's the man for the job.
I voted for Obama.
Why?
Not because he's a person of color, but I voted because I think he's the best candidate. Even though it's good that finally it shows that the world is changing, that we have a person of color who's a candidate for presidential.
I vote for Obama because he's a good man. He sounds like he's for the people. And he wants things to go right for us, and that's what we need. We need a change.
Obama. Because he's the best qualified. He has the experience, the knowledge, and he believes in cohesion. One. He's neither black nor white. He's one, bringing us together, all peoples throughout the world.
Well, I think he was sent to us by God.
Do you think McCain's age is affecting the way people are voting today?
I think some people are a little concerned about his age, being that, you know, they want somebody maybe who has a clearer thoughts.
Obama.
Why did you vote for Obama?
Because I don't want to war any longer. I want everything to be okay in this United States.
I'm Tyler Akinola. And I'm Kenny Akinola, and we're 16 years old, and we're here for AIT. For the first time, Kenny and I are both very interested in the elections this year. The reason being is that this year, an African American is running for the first time for our United States president. We went to the polling centers and asked a bunch of our peers how they feel about this year's election. And to no surprise at all, they all said Barack Obama. Of course, we saw two liberalists who said they weren't impressed with either Barack or McCain. However, we could not find any McCain supporters at the polling centers. There probably were some, but they didn't want to say anything.
I actually don't, in my opinion, race is always an issue, but Barack Obama has been able to bridge the gap. And I think that's one of the things that differentiates this race from so many other races in the past. And especially the fact that Barack Obama has not, he pretty much did it on his own. He didn't have to enlist in the help of people like Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton. He pretty much ran a race that he wanted to run in the way that he wanted to run it. And so far, I hope it'll be successful.
Barack Obama.
Why?
Because I believe it's time that we have a black, president in 2008.
Why no McCain?
McCain is basically like Bush, and I think he's too old to understand, what's happening right now. So that's why I didn't vote for McCain.
What's happening is that the young ones are actually looking up to the older ones and looking for that kind of directive. So, I mean, hearing at school, at work, on the streets, you hear so much about Obama. There's no way you could ever ignore the fact that he needs to be there.
Hi guys, how are you today?
All right, how are you?
Pretty good. So who'd you vote for today?
A libertarian.
Libertarian.
And independent.
Okay.
Why not
Obama or McCain?
I'm not thrilled with either of their policies.
Okay, so you're undecided.
Not undecided. I was originally
Decided that we didn't like
I was
them.
originally very hyped up on Ron Paul, but he didn't make the ballot, so
Yeah.
unfortunately, maybe next time.
We can hope. We can hope.
Who are you here to vote for today?
Obama.
Obama?
Yeah.
Do you think race is playing a role in your choice as president?
No.
No?
No.
Do you think age is playing a role?
Age? No, not really.
Then we're attacking each other too much?
I think McCain was really going hard at Obama for he was, instead of talking about what the main issues were, he was really attacking Obama through his campaign messages on TV. I seen one this morning about his priest. I seen one this morning.
Who'd you vote for today?
Obama.
Do you think race is playing a role in it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, Obama's the winner, the president.
Do you also think age is affecting everybody? The age difference between Obama and McCain?
Well, yes, we need a change. It's time for the change. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Barack Obama.
And why are you voting for Barack Obama?
I think he'll be good. It'll be good. We need a change. What
And
he's
how do you
going
feel about
for.
McCain?
Not too excited about him. No, just his speeches. I listened to the debate. I didn't really agree with anything he was saying.
Yeah.
So,
And do you feel age is playing a role today in our elections?
somewhat, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, a little
And
bit, because
race
he's
as
like
well?
really, yes and no, but I hope that's not what the reason if anybody's voting for Barack Obama. I think he's a good person.
Yes.
Yeah.
I voted for Barack Obama.
And how do you feel about McCain?
I don't think that he's appropriate for the job. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Is this your first time voting?
Yes, it is.
Is this your first time voting too?
Well, for presidency, yes.
Yeah.
I think it was really important for me to be here today. Every vote counts, and if everybody just figures, oh, mine doesn't count, everybody stay home, then, if you want to have a say in the way the country goes, you should come out and vote.
Do you think age is playing a role in your choice?
Age? No.
No?
No.
Do you think race is?
No.
Well, every election is important, and since I registered to vote at the age of 18, I've been voting. And this one is just more significant because there's an African American who is actually half African and half white American, and I think this is just incredible. And I wanted my daughter to have the opportunity to witness this.
So if you were 18, who would you vote for?
Barack Obama.
So how do you feel about McCain?
I think age has a lot to do with it, but also because I think he's approaching the campaign wrong. He's trying to ignore, everything that everybody's trying to say, like come up to date. And Obama's just embracing it, kind of, and he's taking in all those people who wanted a change, in the government and who wanted something different. So he's embracing those people and making them feel like, yeah, it's time for the government to be for the people instead of just like the old way of doing it.
I'm here at the Westbury polling station in Long Island, New York, here to do my civic duty. People are coming in and out of this polling booth making their choice for the President of the United States of America. It is not a public holiday, so what that means is that some people had to take the day off work at their own expense to vote, but it is something that everybody is pleased to do. I'll go in right now, make my choice, and then I'll be right back out. If you're wondering who I voted for, I'm not sure if we should be saying it, but I think that explains it all. In New York, Buki Campbell, AIT.